Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hull City in Football Manager 2018. And I have some good news and I have some bad news. And I'm gonna mix it up and tell some bad and some good and some bad and some good, kind of something like that. So the first bad news is this. Squad unhappy with club situation. I've been told by the squad that they are not happy with your management of the team and they wish to talk to you about it. And in one way, I kind of agree with them, and in one way, I don't. Because, of course, I'm also disappointed with the start of the season. We definitely should be playing better. But at the same time, I realized the unique situation we've been in with all those injuries, like a crazy amount of injuries. And all those injuries, like it's not been the backup players, like quite a few of the best players in the team are the ones that's been out with long injuries. So I agree to them, we should be higher up in the league table, we should definitely be fighting for promotion, but at the same time I realize because of all those injuries, I'm 100% certain that the second part of the season will be much stronger compared to the first one. And even right now I feel like we are getting stronger and stronger because players are coming back all the time. So I'm not that worried. I know the start haven't been the greatest, but I feel like it will become better and better with each player that comes back from an injury. And I talked to them, and after that talk, most of them became kind of happy again. The only one that didn't like to talk was this lad, Grosicki. The other guys, they were like okay with the things I said. So, which is some positive thing then, kind of positive. So last episode, we played that boring goalless game versus Sunderland. And since that game, we got knocked out from the League Cup versus Wolves. And I'm not happy with it, but I'm okay with it. I was rotating, I was using a weaker squad. The priority for this season is not to compete in the cup. Of course, it's always nice. You can get some extra money, you can make players happy, you can make board happy, get some exciting games, maybe against a Premiership side. But at the end of the day, the goal of this season is to get promoted, not to get to like a semi-final in a cup. And actually getting knocked out from the cup could make it easier for us because, I mean, playing cup games are games that would be draining the team, having them become more tired, risk of injuries and so on. So I'm okay with us getting knocked out. And then we got a pretty good win away versus Reading, and then another annoying draw at home versus Preston. But there are actually two things with these games I am happy with, and we also have one of the bad things I was talking about before. So let's talk about the bad thing first. No, actually, let's talk about the good thing first. So if you remember, I've been complaining that we have been creating a lot of chances where we are not hitting the target. Look at this game, it was actually good. 13 shots, 8 on target. I'm very pleased with that. And the same, even though this was a draw, it was the same here. 14 shots, 9 on target. We are moving in the right direction. I'm very happy and pleased with that. Even though, of course, I would have preferred to win this one. Especially if you look at this. They equalized in the 87th minute. 3 minutes left of the game. We were 3 minutes from 3 points. That was very, very annoying. The last bad thing I was going to talk about, we got another injury. Our striker Campbell here, and he's out for about 3 months. So, well, we're used to it. Because we had so many players that have been out for like 2 to 8 months and so on in the squad. But, yeah, I'm not even going to complain about it. We are used to it. Today we are playing Birmingham, and Birmingham are of course a club with a history. They've been in the Premiership multiple times, so they are definitely not to be taken for granted, and they are ahead of us in the league table. They are in 8th place. So let's take a look at the league table here. We are down to 12th place. They are just 1 point, one single point away from a playoff position. So I mean, if they beat us, they were going to be in a great situation here. The interesting thing, and I was talking about it, I believe, last season, is actually this league table. Look at this point difference between the first team and the 10th place team. Take a look at the difference in points. It's kind of like ridiculous. It's 3 points. Like in one round, you could go from being 10th place to be topping the table. And I mean, even if you go further down, like Wolves and us, we are only 4 points away from topping the table, and this is the crazy part. Because if we win this game, we might, depending on how the games go, we might find ourselves in a playoff position just behind. Or actually, even like if we score a crazy amount of goals, we could be like in second place. But more realistic, we could be around, if we win, around, depending on how the games goes, of course, somewhere between like 8th to 5th place. And that's crazy. And even if you look down, I mean, if you're down to 17th place, as Bolton is 17th place, and they're only 7 points from topping the table, that's kind of crazy. And our main struggle has been actually being draws. Because if you take a look at losses, we only lost 2 games. Take a look at everybody behind us. Yeah, Villa also have 2 losses, but most of the teams here have twice or 3 times the amount of losses. And take a look ahead of us. Every single team up until 5th place have more losses than us. So I would say we are not that far behind. It's just like if you would have managed to like win 2 of those draws, and if we would have managed to do that, then we would have been fine. Like then we would have been in definitely at least in a playoff position, maybe even topping the table, and that's crazy to think about. Yeah, let's submit the team and get ready for match day. And as we saw, this is a very, very important game. If we win this one, we might even get all up to playoff positions, or we are going to be very, very close to them. So, what do we want to talk about? I don't want to get too cocky, because then they could be like, start slacking and things like that. Maybe something like that. Kind of ish. Kind of ish. And you guys. And you. Well, decent. So, game on. And hopefully we can keep up that thing I was talking about before, where we are not only creating chances, but we're actually getting the chances on target, because I think that's a key thing if we want to win games. Oh, look! Oh, that could have been a really good start of the game, but I guess that's the end. Actually, an offside. But yeah, that's clearly very, very important if you want to win games. Right now, though, looking at statistics, not much going on at all. But here is a free kick. Ein on the right flank, Grujic, Toral all the way to the left flank for Kingsley. Stewart. Beer. Oh, and that's Kingsley again into the box. Can somebody find it? Yes, it can. Oh my god, it's an open net for Dicko. And Dicko has kind of been our goal scoring machine into this in this season, because he was like one of the players I was trying to sell before the transfer window, and I didn't manage to sell him. And since that, he scored a lot of goals, like scored in almost every game, I think. So could we check him out? Let's take a look here. Of course, the statistics now haven't been updated for this goal. So he's actually scored 6 goals in the league. But yeah, he has become a real goal-scoring machine for us. And that's even more needed now since, as you saw earlier, Campbell is out with a 3-month injury. So that definitely makes Dicko our main striker. I've been rotating them quite heavily. Of course, the one that's, at least on paper, is our best striker. He's still out for like 5 months or something like that. So, yeah, makes Dicko even more important. It's Kingsley into the box, and a decent try there by Bowman. But yeah, we are off to an interesting start here, and we are creating chances. Definitely dominating chances, dominating possession. And of course, this is not talking about us dominating chances. We haven't created a chance since. Come on, guys, step it up now. Don't start slacking because I was talking about that you were doing stuff well. There's nothing at all is actually happening here. And you can tell here, they are focusing a bit on attack now, so... Well, but we are in the lead, so I'm not going to change anything around during halftime. I'm going to tell the lads to stay focused. Might even tell them to actually step up here, because you all saw that since they scored that goal, they started slacking, not creating anything. So I'm happy that we are in the lead, but we can't take this for granted. We need to get back to creating chances like we did in the beginning of the game. Intercepted, but back into Birmingham possession. Come on, guys, focus. That's some really defending. Come on, guys, are you gonna give away for free? I'm not pleased. I'm not pleased at all with that defense. And our defense has been kind of garbage the whole season. And I'm doing so much experimenting with different instructions for the defense. Look at this, kind of nothing is going on here. So, and they are creating more and more chances. So let's see. Go for the mentality and just change it around to counter-attacking. See if that suits well. It's kind of weird counter-attacking since we have the possession. But, I mean, they are the ones creating chances, so maybe, yes, maybe this will work. And let's see, who's having a bad day at work? None is complete garbage. Let's see who's tired instead. Druig is tired. He's not playing that great either, so I think bringing in Larson is the right choice. And we can also bring him down a little bit to play a little bit more defensively. We're already out, have him as a deep line playmaker instead. Other than him, Fear in Grosicki, he's the best player in his position. I just couldn't start him because of the rules on the amount of England players that need to start the games in the championship. If it wasn't for that one, he would have started. Oh my god, just over the top bar. Maybe it's actually time to go even more defensively now. I mean, we are dominating things, but definitely not closing down the game. And let's see. I think we should go to the tactics here and go a little bit more on the defensive side. We could go like this. What do you think about this role? We could actually go. Let's bring in Bridgie. He's a ball-winning midfielder. I think he's right for this situation. Stewart, you can go a little bit more in the middle, so you can cover both sides. And you're going to be a ball-winning midfielder. We're not giving up here. We're just playing a little bit more balanced team. And since we could... since we are playing counter-attacking, we could definitely go for more direct passes. And try to speed things up a little bit more. Because I think that's more suitable for counter-attacking. Can't really counter-attack and retain possession at the same time. And clock is ticking. We are into extra time. And will something happen here, or is it the end of the game highlight? This Dicko, and he gives it away completely unnecessary. I think he could have just headed that to himself without too much trouble. Kingsley wins that one though. Still in Birmingham possession, makes me nervous. Come on, guys. He is far too alone. But that one goes nowhere, and that should be the game. And I must say, I'm not really pleased with this game. We were playing at home. I feel like we could have done better. We are back to the struggle with 10 chances, only 3 on target. But we got 3 points. And 3 points is everything that counts right now. Because you can see the league table here. We have officially... Oh my god, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams at 20 points. 5 teams, that's crazy. And that means we are only 1 point away from topping the table, and that's even crazier. Look at this. Let's see. Between place 15, actually between place 16 and topping the table, 16 to topping the table is only 5 points. That is crazy. That is insane. I'm going to tell the lads I'm happy. I'm really not. I think we could have done better. But, I mean, I want to keep the morale up, especially since we have been struggling and the players have been complaining of us underperforming. We need to work on the morale, because I think happy players are going to be playing better with the morale up. And this is beautiful. For the first time of this season, we are in a playoff position. And it's this part of the table we want to be. And considering our team will get stronger and stronger, I mean, just a few games ago, we were like, oh my god, we are fighting. Now it's starting to feel like we could be fighting for winning this league, and that is beautiful. So not the greatest again, but a very great result for us considering the league table. So That's it for today. As always, guys, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. And if you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoyed the struggle, if you enjoyed the hound for getting promoted to the Premiership, press that like button, and I'll see you in the next episode.